There's a problem with the way AI agents are being portrayed, particularly on social media, TikTok, and things like that. And we kind of need to address it a bit. So, if you spend much time on social, you'll see people showing off these massive, sprawling super agents. They'll have a screenshot of something like make.com or one of these other platforms, and it'll have hundreds of modules in it. And the idea is that this one agent might run your entire marketing stack or do something else for your business in that way. And it looks very impressive. The problem is that's not the best way to implement agentic AI at all in your business. Now, what you have to remember is a lot of social media influencers are doing it for the influencer side. They want clicks, they want interest, and they're doing a more extreme version of what you can do because that's what engages people. That's what makes it more exciting for them and more watchable videos. But I've got 25 years experience working in tech. I've been part of some pretty major transformation programs in my time, and I can tell you that's not the way to do it. And there's a few reasons why. Now, first off is if you decide, let's say you want to replace your entire marketing stack with AI agents, it's possible. Whether or not it's ethical, whether or not it's the right thing to do, whether or not you want to keep humans in the loop or not, it's possible to replace your entire marketing stack with agentic AI. What these influencers will do is pitch you on a single super agent often. And for them, that's a good business model as well. They can give you the blueprints for how to do it, and it's a massive sprawling blueprint that you probably never be able to follow. So you then hire them. And they might say, right, this is going to be £30,000, £40,000, however much they want to charge, and it's at least a 6-month process because it's a very complex build you're doing. Now, one of the big problems we're seeing in the UK at the minute is that all C-suite executives are reporting that transformation initiatives are massively underperforming. Now, this isn't just across AI, it's across all digital transformations, a major known issue about it. But part of the problem with this is you then have 6 months where this sprawling beast is being built. They deliver it, you try and implement it, and hopefully it works, maybe it doesn't. But certainly troubleshooting it is going to be very challenging down the line. And when it comes time to change it, it's going to be very challenging to do because it's so interdependent. A far better way to do agentic AI is to do micro agents. Now, these are where you take the entire process and you break it down stage by stage. And rather than having a single super agent that works through all these stages, you do smaller standalone agents that do a particular piece of it. So, for example, let's say I wanted an AI agent, and I built this recently myself as a proof of concept, that goes online, looks at the latest news reports in a particular field, and the output of it is social media posts about that news report. Fully automated, fully agentic, from doing the initial research through to the publishing the posts. Now, you can build something that does that entire thing, I say, but it's a long process, it's going to be very expensive. A better way would be to say, right, we'll break it down into stages. So the first stage might be an agent that goes online, looks at news reports for information in your area, does some follow-up research on them, verifies the data in them perhaps, and then summarizes that for you, puts it into a spreadsheet somewhere similar way, or an Airtable where you can then access it yourself. Now, as a standalone agent, that's not particularly complex, but the advantage is you can immediately use that. You can take that data yourself and do the next stages yourself. You can also test the process very easily. Once that's in place, you can then say, right, we're going to build an agent that takes that summarized version and maybe it writes a LinkedIn post. Maybe it does another sort of social media post around it. We'll have a separate agent that generates images based on the post that's created. And all these kind of things, they start to stack up. So rather than having a single super agent that maybe does the initial research through to posting on 5 or 6 social media platforms, you have individual micro agents that go off and do a small part of it, and it's this modularity that you need. Now, in a transformation program, if you want it to work, that's a much better way of approaching it because it gives you the ability to test things at an individual level and for more immediate use cases to come from it. You're not waiting until this entire massive project has been completed. you can actually start to implement it and see the benefits straight away throughout the process. So if you're looking at agentic AI and you're spending time online, looking at social media, looking at these AI influencers, a lot of them who are very technically skilled and really understand the AI aspect of it, but perhaps they don't have the business experience to say, well, actually, how is this practical in a business to implement? What's the best way of going through a business transformation to get this live? And think about agents in that what could be built at a very small scale approach where we can do a small thing that solves an immediate problem and then we can build on from there. And that's really the key with agentic AI. It's not about a single massive sprawling solution. It's about lots of little solutions that plug into each other to build that overall solution for you.